Am I the asshole? For refusing to wear the dress my mother-in-law bought me? Deleted. You both didn't communicate with each other. Your mother-in-law should have told you the dress you wanted was too expensive instead of ordering a different dress. You should have told your mother-in-law the dress she ordered did not fit and send it back so she could get a refund. Info: is it possible to show us what the dresses in question look like? The one you picked, the one she bought, and the one you wore. Or at least the styles of the dresses. I wonder if there's more going on than just fit. Edit: having seen the links to the dress styles you wanted and the one you wore, my verdict is, you're the asshole. You need serious advice on how to dress appropriately for formal occasions, and probably for all occasions. It's a skill that can be learned. Info: can't you return the dress? You're not wrong in not wanting some random dress she picked out for you, and she's an for thinking you should. But it would have been better to talk this out beforehand than surprise her as you did. So, ass all around. Info: post links of similar looking dresses to what you actually wore. I'm getting the feeling that you don't dress appropriately. You acknowledge that the dress you wore wasn't appropriate, and your mill actually went as far as to pay for a dress for you. Was she trying to tell you the dress you picked out was also inappropriate? She wasn't right to just change the dress and leave you no time to exchange it, but I'm kinda getting the feeling that she was trying to help you dress appropriately. Do you have links to the dress you wanted and the one she got you? It will help me understand the situation better. Also, I just like looking at dresses. You wore an inappropriate dress to the wedding. I bought a really nice formal dress on Amazon for $50 and got a bunch of compliments on it. You didn't say anything to your mill when you got the dress. How long before the wedding did you get it? I ordered my dress for my brother's wedding from Nordstrom. It was floor length, long sleeves, and purple. When I got the package, it was a black, sleeveless mini dress in size XS. I'm definitely not an XS joie. Why not call your mill and ask what happened? She's obviously the for ordering the wrong dress. You specifically wore a dress that you had already been told isn't formal enough. You also don't get to judge how much mill gets to spend on a dress for you. Mill is for not discussing the change. Info: how would you describe the dress that you wanted to wear versus the dress that you selected for mill to buy versus what mill actually ordered? I'm wondering if this is one of those things where you like to dress in a very attention-getting way, i.e. sexy, goth, etc. And your mill was trying to steer you away from pissing off the bride and groom. Pics of each would be super helpful. Info: pictures of all three dresses would help with perspective of the situation. Info: how much was the dress she bought compared to the dress you selected? I think this is a case where a heads up was appropriate. When the dress arrived, that was the time to talk to your mill. At that point, while acknowledging her generosity, you could have suggested that you were happy to fund the difference between the two dresses, returned her choice, and gotten your choice. You don't go to a wedding to stand out. You don't go off script when buying a woman a dress. When shit is fucked, you talk it out. You don't get to decide if she has the money to spend. She knows her finances better than you. That was presumptuous of you. She should have given you a budget and not arbitrarily decided on a better dress. She should have communicated that. You should have communicated that the dress wasn't a good fit and returned it. Both of you need to learn to talk to each other. You're the asshole for not following the dress code. You could have called you mill when the wrong dress arrived. Info: we need pictures of all three dresses, and to know how much both of the new dresses cost. When did you learn about the dress code? Where's your husband in all of this? It was disrespectful of her to unilaterally decide to order you a dress other than the one you requested. But it makes zero sense to me that you would receive the dress, not say anything to her about it, especially since you have a good relationship with her, and then not wear it. Why didn't you call her the day the dress arrived? I can't get over that. Why did you make it a thing? You're the asshole. There were other ways to get an appropriate dress. other than expect someone else to pay for it. Thrift shops, second-hand stores, borrow from a friend. Amazon has some great formal dresses. Instead, you wanted someone else to pay for it. Mill was also an for ordering a different dress. But as an adult, it was ultimately your responsibility to dress appropriately. I have a good relationship with Mill, to the point she will buy me an expensive dress I can't afford for a wedding. What can I do to ruin this relationship for good? I'm none. I know. Can you explain the difference in color and style? I'm just wondering if you had selected something flashy or revealing. Either way, she should have come back and said it to you, rather than going off and ordering an entirely different dress. That was a bit high-handed. How old are you? You have to be high school age, right? Your first choice was a short homecoming party dress. The second was basically a prom dress. You're not actually this much of a pick-me, are you? I'd take a guess that the dress your Mill bought you fit appropriately, and you don't like that it doesn't call inappropriate attention to you. The short dress doesn't pass the skirt rule. It's not formal. This party is not for you. Don't wear clothes that call that much attention to you. You're the asshole straight up. Both dresses were totally inappropriate to wear to a wedding. Period. Formal or not. At first I was going to go Esh, but it's clear your Mill was desperately trying to get you to wear something appropriate to her daughter's wedding. And while I'd normally chastise her for trying to trick you, I actually applaud her attempt. BC, it's clear you weren't willing to wear something appropriate. You embarrassed yourself, your husband, her, the family, etc. You also probably ruined many pictures. And it's clear you don't care at all about respecting the couple or their wedding. I was team you're the asshole before seeing the dresses you picked. Definitely you're the asshole, good lord. She offered to buy you a dress, ask the budget. Send options, have a conversation with her. She could have handled it better, but you didn't handle it at all. And what you wore was ridiculously inappropriate. Honestly, these are dresses a 15-year-old would pick out for homecoming and prom. I'm baffled. You're the asshole. The biggest reason you're the asshole is saying that she's not exactly living paycheck to paycheck, and she can afford. It's not your place to make that judgment. And if you acknowledge the dress that you wanted was expensive, I think that any decent person would have looked for a dress at a reasonable price point.